Hey everybody, welcome to our Monday Mojo call. Today is July, 20th? July 20th. I'm Michael McBride, and the founder of Ripped 411, and I'm just excited that you've come to join us for our special guest, my good friend Enrique, who is an absolute beast, who's come to share his incredible fitness transformation. I'll show you some before and after pictures of him in a second. Your eyes are just going to bug out because they're awesome. Enrique and I were just in Nashville over the weekend for the Beachbody Coach Summit. So it was great to see you in person. We do a lot of video chatting and a lot of Facebooking, but it's just a whole different experience to see everybody in person. So
Absolutely.
Enrique, I'm just going to hand it over to you. I know you're in the car right now, being safe.
Yes.
So really appreciate your joining us. And if anybody has questions for Enrique, about what did you eat, how did you do this, what supplements were you taking, feel free to ask those, and maybe we can have some time near the end of the call for him to field those. So I'm going to hand that over to you, and you got the floor.
All right, thanks. So you just want me to talk about my transformation and what I did to get my results?
Yeah, maybe you can even back up a little bit more and kind of talk about the beginning and like what got you started. And
Okay, yeah, I can tell you my story from the beginning. So I think it was back in 2011, I believe, is when I first started. And at that time in my life, I was going, through some rough stuff. Went through a divorce. I have a son now. He's going to be 8 in September, but at that time he was just young. He was really young, and I got separated from him at the time. Went to live with his mom, and was going through a rough patch in my life. Kind of let myself go a little bit. Kind of gained some weight, and then I was just like, forget this, man. I got to get back. I got to get back in shape. I got to do something. Saw the P90X infomercial. I didn't even buy it off the infomercial. I'm not even gonna lie. I bought it off like Craigslist for like $30. And then I was like, all right, I'm gonna do this. And I completely failed miserably, like on my first 2 attempts. I couldn't even make it through the first week. I was about to give up, and then something just told me, hey, we got to figure this out. And I YouTube P90X results. This guy, I don't know if you guys know him or not, Wayne Wyatt, his results popped up. I was like, wow. I was like, I want to look like that guy. So in the video, it said send him an email or a message, and he'd get back to me and help me out. So I did. I signed up under him as a customer. He sent me like his meal plan, everything he did, the supplements he took, and I started P90X. And in 90 days, I was completely shredded, and I've never looked like that in my whole entire life. So I knew it worked, and from then on I was a believer. So then I continued on to Insanity, then did a hybrid of P90X and Insanity, and then just kind of did P90, just kind of mixed everything in. P90X plus, did different versions, P90X2, until I just kept doing all different kinds of hybrids until Body Beast finally came out. And then that was the program of choice for me. And that completely changed the game for me. And been doing that ever since. Now I mix in a little, little different routine mixed in with Body Beast. I just don't have enough weight at home to do everything that I need to do for my workouts. But I still do Beast at home sometimes, and then whatever I can't do at home, I take it to the gym and do my workouts there. But pretty much in the same format as Body Beast. Yeah. So that's that's how I got started and got me where I am right now. Not this summit, but the summit before, I competed in the Beachbody Classic. Got top 20, but didn't win. That wasn't my goal anyway. I was there to just for the experience and to prove it to myself that I actually could do it. And I was happy with the results. And then this year, too many things got in the way. That stuff takes extreme dedication to pull something like that off. So I couldn't do it this year. I'm thinking about doing it next year though.
That's awesome. I know you're going to be a strong
Yeah. So
why don't I cut to your before and afters?
Sure.
To let everybody know kind of how huge you got. Let's see, that should work. There we go. Man, you're an absolute beast.
Thanks.
It's like crazy. And you're a good hugger too.
Thanks.
I'm curious to know a little bit more about kind of the food part, nutrition part, and like the supplementation, because obviously you changed something of what you were doing when you were slimming down to when you were bulking up.
Yeah, so basically for my bulk, I kind of, followed the Body Beast format. And, that's just a guide. That can be, those percentages and macros aren't going to be the same for everybody because we're all a little bit different. But that's a good guide to refer to. And, you're never going to know unless you try it. And then you can play around with it a little bit. You can, raise it up, lower it down a little bit for your protein, carbs, and fats. But I mostly followed that guide and then did slight adjustments, after, keeping track week to week of my weight, my measurements, what was working, how much body fat I was adding on. But I mostly stuck to that formula and just ate really, really good, man. And the key is to stick to whole natural foods if you can, less processed stuff, just real food. For my proteins, I think I mostly did chicken, ground beef, ground turkey, egg whites, and that's pretty much it. Those three things. For carbs, it was just brown rice, yams or sweet potatoes, quinoa, steel cut oatmeal, and that's pretty much it. And a lot of veggies, a lot of green veggies. For healthy fats, avocado, coconut oil, fresh ground almond butter, just simple foods that were quick and easy for me because it's a lot of meal prep and a lot of time to prepare all this food. So I had to create a system in order to have all this stuff ready for me, days in advance, because when you're bulking, it's a lot more food than when you're cutting. So it really does take organization and prep time to have all this food ready, because if it's not ready, it's hard to stick to those numbers. It's hard to go out to eat and still meet your macros the way you're supposed to, and not add all that crap that the restaurants throw in food. So that's pretty much how I did the meal prep. As far as supplements, I did use the Body Beast supplements that they had for a while for like the first 2 rounds, and it was good. I like the protein, and was it the max creatine and the super suma. The fuel shot, that I didn't like that much sugar and that much carbs for me. I just don't react well with a lot of sugar, so I kind of cut that out. But I stuck with those other ones for a while, and then I just realized that once I got to where I wanted to get to, I didn't need to use all those supplements all the time. Especially when you're leaning out, you don't need to be on all those supplements when you're leaning down. But I'm really excited to try the performance line. I'm going into my next bulk actually starting next week. So I'm really excited. I'm going to order that performance line here on Wednesday, I believe, when they become available. And I'll definitely, definitely going to try that out and see how it is. But from what I hear, it's supposed to be, even better than the other supplements. So that's what I stuck with supplements. I think I took glutamine too in there, and a BCA that I took a few times throughout the day. But yeah, I kept it pretty simple with supplements.
Nice.
Yeah.
And guys, if anybody else has questions, feel free to take yourself off mute, and you're welcome to chime in. Yeah, so I mean, it sounds like you're really kind of using the programs for the most part, and then like once you get to know your body, making modifications that just really worked for you.
Yeah. Yeah, because when you're bulking, the key is to try to put on as much muscle as you can without adding a ton of body fat. We're all going to add a little bit of body fat, but you don't want to add body fat too fast. So, just raising your calories a little, little by little, and keeping track, from week to week, to making sure, measuring your waist, you know, weighing yourself, taking the average of like the 7 days in the week, and going by that. Because, weight can fluctuate, water weight, we retain water and all that stuff. So usually measurements around the waist are a good indicator, and just keeping track of what we're doing. Are we progressing? Are we regressing? Just having all the data to back it up, and then saying, hey, I'm not going in the right direction. I need to make a change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You brought up water. Do you want to talk about how much water you're drinking and?
Yeah, we got to drink a lot, man. It's especially in the summer months, we definitely need more water, but a gallon plus a day for me is the usual. If I'm outside in this intense heat, then it's going to be a little bit more. But I'm really interested in trying that performance hydrate, because I've heard a lot of good things about it, and the research behind it, uh, you know, keeps your muscles hydrated at all times, which is very, very important when you're in the gym. Uh, you know, a friend of mine taught me to drink as much water as you can possibly drink before a workout, like 20, 30 minutes before a workout, to really hydrate your insides and your body and your muscles so they can last longer in the gym. When we dehydrate, and especially the intense workout we put our body through, we're going to lose a lot of those fluids, and the muscles start to become weaker throughout the workout. So the more we hydrate before a workout, the better it is. Better performance we're going to get out of it. So that hydrate supplement that we have, there's a reason behind that, and I'm pretty excited to try that and see how it works for me.
I was just talking with Jeff Gruby about that. He's been testing it over the last 2 days.
Yeah.
And honestly, he said like that was his favorite supplement of the entire line, and he felt like he was 20 years old in his workout.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he's not 20 years old. I think he's like, I don't know, 29 or something.
Yeah. So yeah, I've heard so many good things about it. So I'm excited to get it ordered and get it in. And
Yeah.
I heard if you buy the bundle pack, it's going to be cheaper than what the cost was at Summit.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
They want you to get the full line.
Yeah.
Well, I'm definitely going to be doing the full line as well, because I like being a guinea pig and I want to test.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna do it. So yeah.
What about sleep? How much sleep were you
getting? Oh man, that's key too, man. That's so important for recovery. I average probably right around 7 hours, and I'm good. That's if I can get by on 6, but I can feel the difference if I don't get quite 7 to 8. If I really need it, I'll sleep 8. But it's usually around 7. But the less sleep I get, I notice it. I didn't get much sleep at Summit, and I'm feeling it. So I can tell when I don't get that sleep. It's crucial to our recovery time and our health. So yeah, you got to make time for that. You can get by here and there, but I wouldn't make a habit of running low on sleep, for sure.
Did you find that you had to rearrange your priorities and your schedule to just make this happen? With the amount of sleep, the food prep, it's got to be different from the lifestyle that you had before you started.
Oh, absolutely. It takes a lot of time and effort. It's not easy by any means, but once you develop a system that you can stick to and make it work, and you become better and you're organized at it, it becomes a faster process. But yeah, it's either make the sacrifices or don't. You're not going to get the results. So if you want it bad enough, you'll do it. If not, you'll stay the same. I mean, I don't mind doing it now because it's my lifestyle and it's who I am and it's what I do for a living. So it's ingrained in my brain, and I don't know any different now. So I wouldn't know how to go back to the other lifestyle. So it took a little while to get the hang of it and learn it, but I mean, now it's just second nature. You know, to give you a little idea, I drove to Nashville for Summit. I came with a huge cooler of all my meals prepped for the whole entire time. I only went out to eat in Nashville, I think, 2 times for dinner with my team. But the rest of the time, I had all my meals packed for those 5 days that I was there. So it's that important to me. And I notice the difference when I eat out and I eat crap. I feel like crap. You know, when I eat good, I feel good. So, you know, I'd rather feel good and take the extra time to prep my meals, make sure they're the right, you know, right calories, right macros for what I need. And then I don't have to worry about what's going in my body.
Yeah. So that was probably like a gigantic deep freeze that you just had.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
I'm curious to know more about like your mindset, like to sustain a fitness journey for as long as you have and to get such great results. You have to be in a certain mindset, and you know it's one thing to have like a big spark at the beginning of the journey, but what was it what that kept you going and you know kept your eye on the prize?
Good question. You know, I knew going back to my other lifestyle felt like, and I knew I worked so hard during that first round of P90X that why I couldn't get, you know, I thought about it and I was like, I cannot let myself go back. And that was that launching point for me where I said, I worked this hard to get to this level. There is no way I'm going back. I'm just going to keep going forward, and I'm going to do whatever it takes. Yeah, you're going to run into some stumbling blocks. You're going to get sick. You're going to go on vacation, and you're going to eat whatever you want. But you know, and you know, at least in my mind, I know, okay, you know, after this trip, I'm going right back on my routine, and I'm going to get right back where I left off. And yeah, we all slip once in a while here and there. It happens to the best of us. But, you know, I catch it before it gets too bad, and I say, oh, no, this is not good. I need to go right back where I was. I've worked too hard. I'm not going to let myself go. I'm getting right back on there. And it's just, you know, and now it's just a passion of mine. Like, I don't feel right if I don't get my workout in. I just don't. Like, I feel off. So for me, it's just not, it's about that feel good feeling that I get from it. So, you know, nothing can, it's the best stress reliever for me. It's the best like natural high for me that I can get. So I need that. And my body craves that. So for now, it's just, I do it because I need it. And I know I'm going to be better off for doing it. So it's not really hard for me anymore to stay on track. It's just a way of life. It's ingrained in my brain that this is what I do and this is what I got to do. And I can't make excuses. And it's like, I tell my challengers sometimes it's, you know, you brush your teeth every day, right? You shower every day. You don't forget to eat every day. Why wouldn't you make time to work out? Make it an appointment, an hour appointment every day, just like you do all those other things. It's a must. And, you know, it's a must do. You have to do it. And the more you do it, the more repetitions, it just becomes a habit. And then it just feels like a normal everyday routine for you.
Yeah, right on.
Yeah.
So you mentioned your challengers, and so you've created a community of people. Like you had this fitness journey by yourself first, and then you started to share that, and I'm sure people were like inspired by that.
Yes.
What's been the role of community in helping you keep your own fitness as well as kind of pouring your life into others?
Good question. Yeah, man, absolutely. You know, and being a coach and having a big group of people who look up to you and tell you that they inspire you, it makes me feel like, hey, I can't let my challengers down. I can't let my people down. If I'm telling them to work out and eat healthy, I got to lead by example. So I got to show them the right way how to do this, and I gotta lead from the front and have them follow me. And that's one thing, you know, we're coaches. We have to lead by example. We cannot sit there and promote a lifestyle that we're not doing ourselves. You know, it's just people will see right through it if you're not following through on your end. So, you know, it comes with the job of coaching, but it's, you know, it's just a normal routine now. And I love the community that we've built. It's awesome to see, you know, the transformations that we've been able to have in our groups. And I never thought in a million years I'd be a Beachbody coach. And it just happened to work out that way, man. It just fell in my lap. And I was like, man, this opportunity is amazing. And the amount of lives that we've been able to change in Beachbody still blows my mind. Started off with something so small, and look at us at Summit, man, 25,000 strong. And it's crazy. It's, you know, it's mind blowing, all the things that we've been able to accomplish.
It's a pretty sweet job.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're gonna wrap up in just a minute or so, but I mean,
yeah.
Is there any what do you tell people is like the number one mistake that people make, or you know, the best tip that you give to people that people are asking you constantly about?
Well, you know, most people want to gain muscle or just gain mass, and they don't know how to do it. They're either have too much weight to lose, or they're too skinny and they can't gain. So with anything in life, just like this coaching business with working out, it's consistency. You must do it day in, day out. If you want to gain mass, you got to eat like a beast. You got to eat and eat and eat and eat. Make sure you're taking the right supplements. You know, there's really no secret. It's hard work and consistency. Like, you know, Michael, and just like in our business and our workouts, everything has to do with the compound effect and consistency. The more we do it, the better we become, the more knowledge we gain, the more success we have. So it's just doing those little things day in and day out. Not cheating on your meal plan, sticking to it no matter, you know, how many times you've eaten chicken that day and you don't want to eat it again, and that's all you have and you got to do it, or all the veggies you have to eat, or all the protein you have to eat, and you know, the hard workouts, the water you have to drink, you know, you got to get up early to go to work, or whatever's on your schedule. You just got to do it. You know, have that no excuses mentality, and just motivate yourself and follow your coach's lead, and just get it done. You know, no excuses, put in the hard work, and push through. You know, we all struggle, but guess what? We get knocked down, we get right back up and get back on track.
Boom. If I had a minute, I'd drop it somewhere.
Yeah.
Man, that's awesome. We're going to wrap up here, but Enrique, that was just absolute gold. Everything that you said, I completely agree with. And, you know, you're proof that what you're doing is working. It's the whole reason we do these calls is because we need to be surrounded by examples of people who've done the thing that we want for ourselves. So
absolutely,
we point to them and we say, if they can do it, so can I. So awesome tips. Thank you so much for taking some time on the road to join us. And
sure.
I'm really, really honored.
Yeah, anytime.